Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to understand an important concept of object-oriented programming, polymorphism in Java. What is polymorphism in Java? First, let's understand the meaning of the word. Polymorphism means many forms. In Java, polymorphism is a concept that allows a single method, object, or interface to behave differently in different situations. In simple words, one action, different behaviors. That's polymorphism. Now let's understand this with a real-life example. Think about a single person. At school, he acts as a teacher. At home, he acts as a father. With friends, he acts as a friend. Same person. Different roles. Different behavior. This is polymorphism. One person, many forms. In Java, polymorphism is mainly divided into two types. First, compile-time polymorphism. Second, runtime polymorphism. Let's understand them one by one. Compile-time polymorphism, also called method overloading. What is it? Compile-time polymorphism happens when multiple methods have the same name but different parameters. The decision of which method to call is made at compile time. Key points: same method name, different number or type of parameters, happens in the same class, decided during compilation. Let's see a simple example. We have a class called calculator. Inside this class, we have two methods named add. One method takes two integer parameters, add, int a, int b. Another method also takes two parameters, but of a different type, add, double a, double b. Here, the method name is the same, add, but the parameter types are different. This is called method overloading. Now let's understand runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism, also called method overriding. Runtime polymorphism happens when a child class provides its own implementation of a method that is already defined in the parent class. The decision of which method to execute is made at runtime. Key points: inheritance is required. Same method name. Same parameters. Different implementation. Decided at runtime. Now let's explain the method overloading code. We have a class called calculator. Inside this class, we have two methods with the same name, add, but with different parameters. First method. We have an add method that takes two parameters, int add, int a, int b. Inside this method, we return the addition of a and b. Return a plus b. So this method adds two numbers. Second method. Next, we have another method with the same name add, but the number of parameters is different. int add, int a, int b, int c. This method takes three parameters, a, b, and c. It returns return a plus b plus c. So this method adds three numbers. Now move to the main method inside the calculator class. Here, we create the object of the calculator class. Calculator obj is equal to new calculator. First method call. Now we call obj.add 5, 10. This call passes two parameters. Java checks the calculator class and sees that there are two add methods. It selects the method that takes two parameters, int add, int a, int b. It performs 5 plus 10 and prints 15. Second method call. Next, we call obj.add 5, 10, 15. This time, we pass three parameters, Java selects the method that takes three parameters: int add, int a, int b, int c. It performs 5 plus 10 plus 15 and prints 30. Final output 15, 30. Here, we achieve method overloading because same method name, add, different number of parameters. The decision is made at compile time. That's why it is called compile time polymorphism. Now let's explain method overriding. We have a parent class called animal. Inside this class, we have a method called sound. Void sound. System.out.println, animal makes sound. This method prints animal makes sound. Next, we have a child class called dog that inherits from the animal class. Class dog extends animal. Inside the dog class, we create the same method. Void sound. The method name and parameters are the same, but the implementation is different. It prints dog barks. Now move to the main method inside the dog class. Here, we create the object using animal obj is equal to new dog. Here, animal is the reference type. Dog is the object type. Now we call obj.sound. Even though the reference type is animal, the object type is dog. At runtime, Java checks which object is created. Since the object is dog, it calls the dog class sound method. So it prints dog barks. Here, we achieve method overriding because same method name, same parameters, different implementation, defined in parent and child classes. The decision is made at runtime. That's why it is called runtime polymorphism. This was a complete explanation of polymorphism in Java, including method overloading and method overriding with simple examples. I hope the concept is now clear. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more easy Java tutorials. If you have any doubts or questions, write them in the comments section. Thank you for watching.